You know, we're nearing an election soon in the United States, and I believe that everyone needs to do their part when it comes to voting and being knowledgeable about our candidates. It's some very serious business. So, to best help us with this, we're going to need to learn more about our presidents when they're inside the White House. So yeah, I snuck into the White House and am now monitoring previous presidents to make sure that we only get the best information possible. Well, it is pretty boring, so while I sit at my desk and make sure Joe doesn't wake up, let's talk about Five Nights at Biden's. Yes, this video is about the fan game Five Nights at Biden's, which is just so weird that it exists, yet it's pretty funny. For those who may be confused, I don't believe this is the game from those Trump location teasers. Anybody remember those? The really sick-looking sister location parody where they're different politicians like Kim Jong-un and Trump? Yeah, this isn't that. This game is of a, let's say lower caliber. The game is made by that game developer, with it being his only itch.io game. However, they do have an Android game called When Pigs Fly that is based off a Minecraft achievement. Five Nights at Biden's came out on July 2023, so let's get into it. Starting the game, you get a newspaper ad with the picture of the last three presidents, Biden, Trump, and Obama. Help wanted, the White House. The White House is looking for a security guard to the night shift from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. Qualifications: American, must like chocolate chip ice cream, driven, not a terrorist. Location: 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C. Starting our first night shift, we get a call from none other than Elon Musk. Well, what I assume is an AI voice of Elon Musk. Or a bad impression. I know some people detest them, but at this scale I personally don't really care. I think voice actors should be utilized over AI in general, but a shitpost game like this, I mean, you really think it wouldn't have been AI? Again, it's hard to tell if it's just that or a bad impression. Regardless, he lays out our important duties. Make sure no one gets in or out. Keep an eye on Obama so he doesn't dunk on you, and make sure Joe stays asleep so he doesn't go through the vent, and shock Trump when he tries to disable the power units. Trump had to apparently be put into the basement after some incident, but oh well. Elon gives us our farewell and saying to buy Dogecoin. Our first night is pretty easy, but we also have some indicators. If we see a red warning sign, Joe is awake and we need to rewind his record. To keep him asleep, just make sure the record stays on. When Trump is at an electrical box, there will be another red warning with a little bolt, where you need to switch floors to shock him. Obama is sitting at his desk, but he'll eventually run into another hall when he's wandering. He's not hard to find, especially considering that his moving sound effect is just basketball sneakers squeaking. I thought that was a pretty funny effect. But when he reaches either of your doors, he'll make a voice line, usually about wanting to play Minecraft. Then he'll try to enter. Just shut the door on him and you'll be fine. Honestly, that's kind of it. There's some memorabilia and small political references or posters around, but other than that, this is kind of it for gameplay. There's only one new mechanic added in another night, but we won't have to worry about that for now. When you finish the night, you get an 8-bit minigame as Trump, where you need to collect these 3 pieces of money on the floor. If you go too far right though, a dark figure will come and dismantle Trump. Night 2 has Elon calling to say that it only requires $8 a month so that you can be verified on Twitter. Oh, and don't forget to buy Dogecoin, of course. That's kind of all of his nightly calls and what they boil down to. Night 1 through 4 just has him shilling Twitter. No, I'm not calling it X. Tesla and Dogecoin. The presidents are slightly more active on this night. The next minigame has you exploring as 8-bit Biden looking for chocolate chip ice cream. I'm not even joking when I say that this has got to be the most lost I was. I couldn't find where to go for the figure to dismantle him. You're also supposed to return to your room, but why follow instructions? Anyway, after eventually finding the eye, we can move on to night 3. For this one, I'll just skip to the night 3 minigame, because nothing is different. In this one, you play as 8-bit Obama, where you need to find 3 slices of pizza. Going too far gets you dismantled. Night 4 actually has a new challenge. Kinda. In this night, you start at 70% power instead of 100%. This is because the day shift guard forgot to charge the battery to full. This does make the night slightly more challenging, but I still beat it first try. In the night 4 minigame, you play as the dark figure, and when walking too far, you actually get attacked by the animatronic Trump. Night 5 is where we get some changes. Elon says that there was an incident with the Model T and that the other animatronics got sent to a sister location for storing. The building is empty and we shouldn't be here, but we need to wait until 6 a.m. to leave. A little after that call, we can hear a crash from one of the other cameras. An exit door was broken in through where we can see Vladimir Putin. He is the boss for this night, and it actually makes it quite a bit of a challenge. Putin can appear in any camera, which makes it very easy to lose him. He can also shut off the power boxes when he gets downstairs. And I could have sworn at one point I had to shock him twice because he moved straight to another power box right after. He also moves fast. He's never in a camera for too long and will attack the power boxes a lot. He was actually the only president to jump scare me throughout the whole game. But regardless, he's still not that hard to beat. Luckily, he does give voice lines when he's near to your doors, so he yells in Russian when he comes and goes. That makes it a lot easier to defend against him, but he's so fast that sometimes you just can't tell where he went. I still beat him within 2 tries though. When the night finally ends, you get your check. $69 for a John Macaroni from the government on November 24th, 2024. Which I'm pretty sure is when the polls get counted. Looking it up, I could be wrong as I didn't find much. Could just be a random date. After that, a new newspaper clipping appears saying that Biden falls again. The health of the president is being questioned once again. President Joe Biden stumbled on a sandbag while handing out diplomas at a graduation ceremony for the U.S. Air Force Academy. People are questioning what is going on with Biden, as earlier that week, he was seen having trouble formulating a simple sentence. Although officials say he's still fit to be president, his condition seems to be declining, almost as if he's malfunctioning. Then we have a classified document about Biden and then a purple flash of his face. And it rolls credits. You know what? That actually wasn't so bad. I think this was a decent shitpost game. The mechanics are a bit basic, bland, and simple, but I think it's fine. If that's all you're looking for. There wasn't much challenge in the game as a whole, and it was fine from a visual perspective, mostly using photos of the presidents for assets and stuff. Do I recommend it? It's not like it has much substance or challenge. But I don't think it was ever intended to. But one thing that still bugs me about the game is that I know I have to be missing something. The itch.io page and release short from the developer mention its boss fight and chocolate chip ice cream, but also hidden lore and a secret ending. There's just one thing about the map I didn't mention that irked me. A room with no display. Made me think that there had to be some sort of secret in there. Or if there had to be something extra in the minigames. But I never found anything. All the videos in this game just don't find a secret ending or anything, and I didn't see a night 6, just the custom night. But even for videos that finished the custom night, I didn't notice anything. If anyone happens to know what the secret ending is, or if there even is one, comment below and try to fact check me. But yeah, that's kind of it. I had my fun with this game, but it was a little boring. I think if a sequel ever happens, it should be a bit harder to make it more fun. As much as I love recording an easy game because it makes my videos come out faster, sometimes it distracts from the experience of me being able to talk about it, in my opinion anyway. I will say that the game isn't necessarily bad, but it's okay. If you want to play it, the itch page will be linked below. I hope the developer improves their skills because looking at the other 2 games they've made, they have some raw skill in both art and programming. But I think they can improve. Anyway, yeah, that was a shorter video than usual, and I hope you enjoyed it. Comments, criticisms, and suggestions are always welcome, and I will see you later. Arrivederci.